Hello, everybody, and welcome to the OLM community meeting and issue triage. My name is Daniel, and I'll be running the meeting today. It looks like the first item on our agenda is going to be checking over the milestones for OLM v1. So I've got that page open now. We've got 3 issues in progress here. With the our first one here is the dependency library and CLI issue. Would somebody working on this mind giving just a brief overview of the progress on this, how it's going?
Yeah, I can do that. So the current state is that there is a pull request open for this, which contains the CLI implementation, which is capable of resolving without a cluster at all. It can read the catalog from a registry or from file system. Can take some minimal inputs like operators from reading from YAMLs, and can resolve the package you want to install. And it outputs the image for the bundle. The next step for this is to gather feedback from the community. We opened a GitHub discussion, which I think we have a linked to in agenda from the previous meeting, I believe, and I think in this ticket as well. So please share your feedback, share your use cases, or how you can see the offline resolution can be used.
Is this the one right here?
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
I'll put that in the chat.
Yeah, thanks. So the idea is that for now we will probably leave the pull request as is. We'll apart from we will add a message to the tool we already have that this is like early version alpha, something which the tool will write into a standard error and merge it, and we will iterate on it once we get more input from the community. That's it.
Cool, thanks. Does anybody have anything to say on that before I move on to the next item? Okay, we have issue 229, tracker for depi/96. Looks like the variable pipelines issue. I believe this was Pear, right? Are you in here, Pear?
I am just having trouble with
this. You're not the only
one. So the question is, so we still have the RFE up, the RFC up. I hope to get that finished by tomorrow. Well, at least I'll finish the final, addressing the final comments, and then I'm just gonna close it for changes and hopefully get a decision.
Cool. Joe, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could rename the issue that's in operator controller that says tracker for depi/96. If it makes sense, just to say why it's relevant to operator controller. Like, what do we actually care about from the perspective of operator controller? And we don't do it online, but just something that.
Yeah.
So
I can take that action item, and if I'll assign it myself on the agenda.
Cool.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks. Anything else there? Otherwise, we have issue 231, adding support for auto-rating upgrade edges defined in the catalog. Let's see, I see Joachim is assigned to this, or
yes,
available to speak on that?
Yes, working on that, making some progress, understanding what is needed, and hopefully we'll be able so we see from there tomorrow. So we're working on that.
Great. Joe?
Yeah, I'm curious, thinking about the CLI stuff that Nikolai, you've been working on. As we start adding more of these different resolution functionality things, will the CLI inherit that for free when those things merge, or is that like more work we have to do in the CLI side?
Yeah, I think we will have to do more work on the CLI side. For now, I want to PR to get merged, so it's not getting rosen in the PR. So we like, for example, if we decide to accept the RFC Per is working on, we will probably be doing some refactoring on the operator controller, and at the same time, we will probably do the refactoring on the CLI. And at some point, I think it will be more clear what we can externalize in the into some sort of library which can be shared between the CLI and controller, operator controller. So that's the idea.
And Nikolai, if you like, you could put that in the chat here. Maybe could get some more eyes on it.
Sorry, put
I
what?
just don't see the link for the PR. I just don't see a direct link for it here.
Oh yeah. I just realized that there is no link in the issue. I will. I will already started doing the write up on the issue as we speak. So I will post an update with the link to the pull request and the discussion as well. So yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. Thank you for doing that. And then we do have a number of issues that are finished here. I'm not, I don't know well enough which ones were finished between the last working group meeting and now, but if anybody wants to speak about these, this is an opportunity. Otherwise, I'll move to the next agenda item.
Yeah, I merged the feature gate support this morning.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks.
And that one, just to clarify, is just the machinery so that we can add feature gates, right, Bryce? There's no actual feature gates yet.
Correct. So everything should be in place, and it should be pretty straightforward to add new feature gates as we, put different features behind them.
Awesome.
And I think
so this will be for the whole framework.
This one is for operator controller. Bryce added one in catalog D last week, I think. I don't know if we've got it yet in RuckPack, but this one, I think the first candidate for the adding a feature gate is for the upgrade edge stuff. And then in catalog D, we're working on some API changes that will be behind a feature gate. So we'll pretty quickly, I think, be adding feature gates for the new stuff we're working on.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna move on to our first agenda item here. Looks like we've got Ripley from Pear. Pear, are you ready to present for this?
Hope so. It's only a short one. I just wanted to show you guys.
I'll stop sharing if you're going to share your screen.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way. It's still not great. Oh my God. I'm just trying to figure out how to share my screen. Okay. I don't know if people can see anything.
It's just yeah.
That sort of visible now.
Not yet.
Black screen.
Let's see what I can see. What you can see. Still completely black, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to stop sharing and try again or something.
bloody Zoom? I just want to shoot. Oh, okay, maybe this one's better. Let's see if that does that help. Or it's still all black.
No, it's still black.
Bugger. Oh well. Let me try one last thing, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Right. Can you see Chrome by any chance?
See a smaller black screen.
Okay, yeah, then I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to figure this out before I can try anything. So I guess we'll move on to the next thing. Sorry, everybody.
No worries. By any chance, is there any way one of us could present and you talk over it, or do you need to like actually run a demo basically? Hello? Anyone hear me?
Yep. I can hear you.
I think Per left probably to figure this out. So we can
All right. Well,
okay.
That's okay. We'll get them next time. Next up is our next milestone idea generation check-in. I don't actually see anything in here. I haven't done this agenda item before, so oh, Zoom crashed. Yeah, that's within expectations. Yeah. Anyway, I don't see anything here yet, so I guess. Sorry, Alex, to make you cut in, but would you mind?
Yeah, sure. So typically we go on GitHub and we submit proposals for what we should work on the upcoming sprint, right? And then as people see ideas that they like, they upvote them effectively. And so if we go to github.com/operator framework/operator controller, pulling it up. If we go to the discussions.
Oh, let me share my screen. I forgot nobody's sharing right now.
Yep. So if we click those discussions there.
Oh, they're there. Okay.
Yep. And so technically these are all discussions. If you want to go, I think release planning is the one that we like. It's very specific to like planning the next release. But I don't know if people have been like tagging them there, but I can make sure to update all those and kind of add them where they're appropriate. But the idea is that we could propose items here, have discussions on them, and basically collectively as a community decide what we're working on next. Considering that we don't really have any, so if we go back to view all discussions and we look at these, none of these are more general discussions and not feature submissions. So if people are interested in proposing ideas, I think that would probably be better done outside of this meeting. And if we all,
yes,
and I think we, a few of us went and tried to submit some this week, we could have a more focused discussion on this next week.
Yes, agreed here. Yeah, I think it's better for us to just submit things async and then we can go over them next time. Thanks, Alex, for saving me there.
No problem.
And then we have an old action items checkpoint. So Frederic, I think, was going to create GitHub discussion for validating OLM on different cluster distributions. They happen to be in the meeting today to speak to that. I don't think I see him. Does anybody know if an issue was created for this? I remember seeing it posted. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I believe an issue was
I
created. Let me do it.
I see it. There's a link to it. I think that's the one.
Okay, I'll just show this really briefly, just so everybody can see that this got created. So if you were involved in that discussion last week, please take a look at this and submit your thoughts here. I'm sure they'll be very much appreciated. If there's nothing else to say on that, then I'll move on. So we're going to create our next meeting agenda. I think we usually just do this async. So if you have anything to bring up for next week, we can add it here. And also, was anybody hoping to lead the meeting for next week?
If it's all right, I'd like to take a crack at that.
Okay, great. Thanks, Aki. I'll once I create the next agenda, I'll add you there as the host. And then otherwise, I believe that's it. Oh, Anna, can you not see my screen? Can nobody see my screen right now?
I can.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Were there any other, we've got another 30 minutes. Did anybody else have any other topics off the cuff they wanted to bring up?
Yeah, this is Chris. I was just wondering if, I think we had brought this up a few times about the multi-tenancy discussion. I guess, I think it was, it keeps scrolling off. I think, darn it. Andy, you were going to take a thought at that still, or are we still kind of collecting data here, or what's the status of that?
We haven't really made any significant headway given the limitations of what is cluster scoped. We do have a discussion that Alex linked in the Zoom chat, number 140, which is on the screen right now. And I think that we can use this discussion to have further conversations. I was on vacation last week, so I didn't get a chance to do anything in terms of writing anything down. I am starting that and will post to this issue with whatever I've got. And certainly if Chris, you or others want to add things in here, you can as well. And I realize there's a lot on the screen about catalog sources. And as Joe just typed what I was about to say, this is broader than just catalog sources.
Yeah, so do you want to, are you going to seed this with the conversations we had via email?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, that's great.
The email conversation was loaded into a separate ticket, so perhaps I need to link the ticket which I had created, and I saw Alex providing some responses into this discussion item 140.
Okay, that's 261. It looks like.
Kill me on the numbers. Let me check.
Is that an operator controller?
Yeah.
Operator controller 261, yes.
Yeah, I think 261 has a lot more information.
Yeah.
I don't know that we need two of these, so we could stay in 261 and delete 140, maybe.
Yeah, I think 261 probably covers the more recent conversation. So I think I would propose converting that to a discussion where we can have more kind of threaded stuff going on, and then we can just close out what was it, 140 and link it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can take care of that.
I'm gonna put it in the, I don't know, ideas category.
And would this be a good topic also for us to follow up on? Oh, thanks for doing that. Next week, so I could add this to the agenda if we
Yes.
want to see if there's anything added. Cool. Okay. Anything else on this particular topic, or if not, anything else at all? And otherwise, we can.
I do have another one.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
So another one is, I'm going to paste it here. So Tony Wu, who's on the call, actually opened up a feature 28 for basically providing service versions. And I think there's a lot of controversy around where this kind of metadata should live. I'm just wondering what the next step on that one is. I think Tony did provide some more details maybe a week or two ago. I guess, Tony, what's if you're listening, do you have any plans around this one? Having other discussions about it, or because I'm keenly interested in this one.
Yeah, so as you said, I just update some updates, provide more updates for some of the questions to try to clarify some of the concerns. So I think my hope is we can, kind of get a consensus around whether or not the feature should be a part of the PRD, and then we merge that PR, and then we can start some conversation around like the details, and then we try to like open the floor for other folks for to come in to contribute this features implementation. That's basically my plan.
Okay.
So I think I was probably the one that was raising a lot of concerns. And it's been now almost 2 months almost. So I may have forgotten where we left off, but I think the big thing for me was like, can we get to the underlying problem that we're trying to solve with this and understand like I think one of the big things was not all packages that OLM installs are going to be things that are managing underlying service versions. And so like, it seems like there's a rough edge there where like we put that in the API and now we like add another assumption to what we potentially expect packages to be able to provide as metadata. So I think there's probably still some iteration here in terms of like what exactly we're wanting to expose in the API and how we want packages to provide that information or not.
Yeah, I think my understanding is that this field will be optional. So if the operator doesn't provide any managed service, then I think this field can simply be blank. But Joe, I'm not sure if you got a chance to take a look at my latest updates. So but yeah, I think we can if anything that you think that is unclear, then we can I'll provide more comments on the PR. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I see you updated 2 weeks ago, and I probably have not seen it since then. So I'll take
awesome. Thanks.
I'll take some time to review it again.
Great. Anything else then? All right, with that, I think we can end this a little bit early. Thanks everybody for joining today, and we'll be doing this same time next week as well. Yeah, see everybody then. Thanks. And Alex, yeah, since you're the host, if you don't mind ending the meeting.